Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with this Manchester City superstar midfielder, Bernardo Silva, as it has been reported that Barcelona signing the Man City superstar in the coming summer is impossible as it stands. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about this Villarreal and former Valencia captain Dani Parejo, as it has been reported that Barca see the La Liga veteran, I beg your pardon, as a low-cost Busquets replacement. We are also going to be discussing on that. So, guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Why Barcelona president Joan Laporta might have recently said that the club will not be looking to sign a new midfielder in the summer, manager Xavi Hernandez is insisting on a player strengthening his positions or his options in the center of the park. One player that Barca have constantly dreamt of is Manchester City superstar Bernardo Silva. The Portuguese international has been on the club's agenda since last summer and continues to be the dream target for manager Xavi to reinforce the midfield department. Given how the team has often lacked creativity from the middle in Pedri's absence, Bernardo Silva is seen as the ideal player to provide that quality to take the side to the next level. However, according to Mundo Deportivo, the signing of Bernardo Silva from Manchester City this summer is practically impossible for Barca. The 28-year-old has still some time left on his contract with the Premier League champions, who will likely demand somewhere around 70 to 80 million euros for his signing, if not more. On top of that, Silva's wages will also be an issue given that Barca have very less salary margin and the player is unlikely to accept a significant wage cut to join the club. Hence, as things stand, a transfer move for Bernardo Silva looks impossible for Barcelona. However, an operation to sign his Manchester City teammate Ilkay Gundogan could be much more feasible due to the fact that he will be a free agent in the summer. In fact, the Catalans have already made their first move for the German international, and the player too is open to joining the club come summer. Bernardo Silva have been long linked with Barca. We quite remember last summer his name was all over the place, all over the media, the newspapers, especially at the period where Barca were trying to strengthen the squad to compete in all competitions. And of course, Frankie de Jong being one of the players that were strongly linked with an exit. Manager Xavi and Laporta saw Bernardo Silva as the best option to replace Frankie de Jong, who eventually did not leave the club. And of course, the move for Bernardo Silva, or let me say the link, the desire to get Bernardo Silva is still on and on, as reports still say Xavi really likes the player. But when we look at the situations critically that Barca are going through, we can't just go ahead and keep fooling ourselves, because honestly, this guy coming to Barca is next to impossible. In fact, it's very impossible. It's very impossible. His wages, Barca can't even pay it as it stands. The transfer fee that the City will definitely demand will not be small. Pep Guardiola have always said he will never stand in a way when his player is not happy to stay or to stay for much longer in his club. And not like it will even be a problem if Bernardo Silva decides to leave, because from the look of things, Pep is that kind of a guy who does not care. Just as if the club can afford to pay the wages and the transfer fee, then good and fine. You can go. Pep does not like to keep unhappy players in his team. That is what he have always made clear in his interviews, So even though Bernardo Silva, according to reports, really likes Barcelona, he really wants to join, because last season he was really, even in interviews, he was always trying to say he admires the club and who would not like to play for Barca. Those were his kind of statements. And it was, of course, Barca have that upper hand if they actually have the finances, the financial means to get this deal done. It will be very easy because Bernardo Silva and his camp are very open to Barcelona if everything is right. But right now, going by this new report saying that such a move is impossible, definitely it will come as a big blow for many of those players or those Camp Nou faithfuls who really wanted him to be there. Personally, I think with Frankie de Jong being at the helm, with great form, there's no need. There's no need whatsoever. I think we have already a lot of creativity in the middle of the park. Pedri, Gavi, Frankie de Jong are creative. No need to be adding something that you don't even know, like you will not be able to accommodate them or to bench some, because definitely there will be a lot of grudges in the team. So I think it's going to be complicated, and I think the deal is definitely ruled out. Ilkay Gundogan is another City player, and for that one, reports are saying it looks somehow possible compared to Bernardo Silva, as Ilkay Gundogan will be a free agent come end of this season. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, a recent report from Mundo Deportivo has revealed that Barcelona have made the first steps in their bid to sign Ilkay Gundogan. The Manchester City star has emerged as an appealing target for the club as his current contract at the Etihad expires at the end of the season. Although Xavi was keen on acquiring the services of Bernardo Silva, the club are not in a position to spend around €65 million for the Portuguese international. As a result, they are eyeing a free transfer for Gundogan in the summer. However, Mundo Deportivo suggests Gundogan is not the only target for Barca, as the club are also interested in the services of Dani Parejo. Formerly of Real Madrid, Parejo is set to turn 34 next month, but Barcelona consider him as an excellent market opportunity as the Spaniard's current contract at Villarreal expires at the end of this season. Despite his age, Parejo is regarded as one of the most composed midfielders in La Liga, with almost 450 league appearances to his name. The veteran oozes experience and quality, which has made him such an asset for Villarreal over the years. Parejo's composure, coupled with his technical prowess, make him an ideal short-term replacement for Busquets, whose renewal offer from Barca could include a substantial salary cut. Although Barcelona are expected to favor a move for Gundogan ahead of Parejo, they are open to the idea of signing both midfielders in the coming season, knowing their experience could prove to be critical, especially in guiding the likes of Pedri, Gavi, and Pablo Torre. Not to mention, Parejo is unlikely to command a high salary, making him an ideal cost-effective option for the club in the summer. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.